starts and never ends. Tune and lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Gray Lonely's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brand Lee's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour. Are y'all ready to talk about some Real Housewives? My God. Hello, Ben Leaky. Welcome and glad to have you here. Y'all, I got so many thoughts. Let's get to it. 26 people in the building. Oh my God. Thank you all so much. Higher is waiting. Low is available. But either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me tell you now, this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear the virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. Thank you so much, Go, for liking. Appreciate y'all. 29 people in the building. Thank you all so much. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Glad to have all you here. Let's get to it. It's this episode right here, my God. So we kick off the episode with Pinky Cole and Shamea Moore and going into those cryogenic pools. And my God, they're singing the national anthem. And just, it's like, y'all, what did y'all expect? What did y'all expect? I work in retail, I do YouTube. Anyway, like I was saying, they get into this cryogenic pool, right? And it's just like, what did y'all expect? It's cold. Like, I've never been in one, but I heard they get like to Celsius. If you don't know Celsius, okay? Celsius is like the coldest thing that you can get, right? So just wanted to just say that. So don't worry, y'all. I'm seeing the trolls, okay? I'm seeing the trolls. Don't worry about it. I got it. But anyway, like I was saying, so I'm like, why did y'all have that big of a reaction? Like, have y'all never done that before? Like, I was a little bit confused on that. So then we have Phaedra and her son Aiden there, learning how to drive and everything else, and Aiden's doing a decent job. Then Drew and Angela, they talk. So Drew and Claudia Jordan are in a new movie, and I believe it's an independent movie. It's called Run. But Angela gets an invite, and Drew doesn't know who else she's going to invite. And Aiden is so good that Aiden is, oh my God, Apollo's designated driver, not Phaedra's designated driver. And she doesn't drink. She's a lady. She's a lady. Oh, is she a lady? Y'all give me one moment. All right, y'all. My bad on that. Okay, my bad on that. Just had to take care of something real quick. All right. So, like I said, um, I love the fact that Aiden is driving, and not to mention too, you gotta give it to Phaedra. She's a good mom, right? She's a bit eclectic, a bit out there, but she is still about her business all these years later. And actually, tell you the truth, if you really want to be real about, Phaedra's been known since the '90s, right? So to still have that staying power as a celebrity is huge, right? So then we get to Portia Williams, Portia. So she's at this place called the Dirty Tea. K Michelle is there, and Kelly, she has this Paris look going on, right? And so Portia says that Kelly and Portia are like oil and vinegar, right? And they recap the event that Portia had at her ex Simon's house. That was a great event. And Black is apparently in K Michelle's DM, but Black is single, right? So listen, there it is. But also, too, if you know somebody's married, just respect the DM. You know what I mean? I can only imagine how many DMs Beyonce gets per day. As beautiful as we saw her this morning, I'm just like, bruh, she married. Okay, now I think Beyonce Lee would be a wonderful name, but that ain't gonna be reality. So you just gotta roll on with life. You know what I mean, rather? And so Kelly wants to be courted. She wants her toes curled and massages, this, that, and the third. And so when the waiter came to the table, K Michelle was like, "You got anything stronger?" And I'm just like, K Michelle's my type of woman. Like, she knows the energy is about to be off, and just like, give me something strong, thou center my soul. For real, for real. So after all of that, right? K Michelle had her wig off, right? At Portia's house. The like part was too much, so she took off her whole wig, and they showed a clip of it. I'm like, they are really being real this season. Okay, then. So then, so then K Michelle is going to be performing at the Academy of Country Music Honors, right, for Reese Palmer. Reese Palmer is a black woman who has done a lot for the world country music. So shout out to Reese Palmer. Never heard her before, but shout out to K Michelle for being able to sing for that black woman there, right? And so her country music album will be coming out in a few weeks. And then so Portia said that when Kelly got with Shamea, she became more toxic to Portia. I think that's very true because if you guys remember during BravoCon, the question was asked, out of all the housewives on the RHOA cast, who was a traitor? And Kelly said Portia, right? And apparently there was a interview, but really was the after show of that. Kelly said Portia needs to stop, screwing, other people's husbands, right? And Portia gave the accusation that Kelly slept with a married man. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. It's just the second episode. It's just the second episode. It is just the second episode. Okay. So after all of that, we continue on. Apparently, so BET weekend, there was a married man, and this guy changed clothes and went to his wife's house. And the married man said, this married man texted, "I just screwed Kelly." And so then there was something about Dennis and this, that, the third. And K Michelle said, "This is so unfair that you're talking about her hot box." It's just like, I feel you, but also too, like, this is their issue. This ain't your issue, K Michelle. You just sit there, drink your whiskey, and look gorgeous. That's all you gotta do. Ain't too much work to do that, right? So, Kelly said, if I was screwing anything, would I be thinking about Portia and this? Have you seen Dennis lately? They pulled up a really bad picture of this. I'm like, bruh, do we have to really do this to people? Like, I get it if they're adjacent, they always are part of the show in some fashion, but like, come on now. Though I will say the Ghost assignment was very funny when they did that the first episode. Very, 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 very well done. So, Portia said, I have a name, and Kelly also said she has a name. And, Kelly said it wasn't for press. But here's the thing, right? So after, sorry, y'all. Good Lord Jesus. There we go. Sorry. So basically, after every, and they've been doing this for a while on YouTube, after every episode of any Housewife show, you can go to Bravo, I believe the next day, I believe, and then get like the after show, right? And the after show is where the cast sits down, they talk about the episode, this, that, and the third. And here's the thing, Kelly, the after show is a part of press. The after show is a part of press. The after show is a part of press, right? And so the reason why I say that is because the after show is the recap for everybody who did not see the episode live. So it's press to keep the show going. So you actually did say it in the press because people can pick it up. If it's public, it's a part of the press. So, but anyway. So then after all of that, K Michelle asked Kelly if she was okay. I'm like, now that was shady. Because it's like she obviously she's not okay, but K Michelle was trying to be kind, right? And then the people's faces in the cut like mm. And then K Michelle's trying to be a peacemaker. And Kelly said, I'm not trying to body slam her, I'm going to just hug her and move on. And Kelly is really short. Like Kelly was up to Portia's breasts. Like, I mean, damn. Just child. And Kelly talked about Portia's behind. Now I'm gonna just be real with y'all. Can we talk? I don't believe that Portia's body is real. I just really don't. I don't believe that at all. Listen, if they're going after Nene Leakes for cosmetic surgery, Portia Williams has had cosmetic surgery. Okay, let's just keep it up. Now, Nene Leakes, she look beautiful now. Okay, now we know the Nene from back then now are two completely different people, but that personality is still the same. But Portia, I just don't know. That's just my opinion. I mean, she's got a man and a woman that she's dating, so obviously somebody finds Portia attractive, but oh my God. I mean, even the devil dresses up gifts as beautiful on the outside, but when you open it up, oh my God, it's an ugly Mitch or itch. Okay, all right, moving on. So, with that being said, now we get to Pinky Cole, right? So she's been married to Derek for 5 years. They got 5 kids. Pinky's mom, worked 4 jobs. And she's from Jamaica. Slave Vegan opened up in 2018. And Pinky Cole was $20 million in the hole, right? And she lost her business. She recently bought it back, and she lost the business for 43 days. And then her husband has a business called Big Dave's Cheesesteaks, which I've heard Big Dave Cheesesteaks before, but I didn't know that the husband of Pinky Cole had a business like that. So he's outside. So you got 2 food entrepreneurs. And honestly, to tell you the truth, like, you know how cool it is to like own your own business and you could just, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go to the restaurant today. We could just film scenes there. I'm gonna just eat my own food. Like that ain't a bad check. Okay, listen. But there's no prenup, so that is Pinky Cole's business as well. And Derek seems like a supportive husband, because Pinky was saying how she was going through a very rough and emotional time with trying to get the business back and trying to figure out how to move, and how to think in that arena, right? So then we get to K Michelle. So Dr. Caspin and her have been knowing each other since junior high, 10 to 12 years dating. That's a good woman. 10 to 12 years dating. So a decade or a decade and 2 years. Now, I think most people in relationships, now this is my opinion, I could be completely wrong about this. I feel like the maximum you should date is at least 2 years. Maximum is at least 2 years. Now, if you get engaged at the end of those 2 years, it should be about a year engagement, and then you get married. That's just me. So 3 years altogether, okay? Because like 10 to 12 years, like, do you know what can happen in a decade? Like, for real, though. So, and K. Michelle said, no man need a cave. You're not a bear. And I'm just like, that's not what a man cave is for. Listen, K Michelle, I'm gonna just say this to you right now. He deserves a man cave because there's gonna be a moment that he's gonna piss you off and gonna wish he had a man cave. Okay, just like you're gonna piss him off, and you're gonna need a female cave. Okay, a female cave is just your domicile, your lounge, your break room, what have you. Okay, I believe every man and woman should be able to have a man cave and a woman cave. Listen, if double sinks are a thing in relationships, if his and her closets can be a thing in a relationship, okay, Michelle, a man cave is not that crazy. Okay, listen, I love you, but come on now, listen. My God, my God. Shout out to the 19 people here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Glad to have all of you here. And so Dr. Caspin has a successful dentistry in Memphis with his dad, but he will be transitioning to Atlanta. And, people got teeth all around the country, all around the world. So I think he will be very successful. And then K. Michelle. K. Michelle apparently loves some oral surgery in her mouth because she talked about his sausage being on top of the scrubs. And K. Michelle said, I need you to have your sausage in your pants and your scrubs. I'm like, oh, you like getting root canals, don't you, K. Michelle? All right, then. Okay, all right. Just moving on. Dense patient role play, huh? Moving on. Anyway, so K. Michelle loves her son, but she wants a baby girl. So K. Michelle's trying to go through, fertility treatments and everything else. And, K. Michelle wants her chicken coop. And Dr. Caspin, you are the blackest man I have ever seen on this franchise because I'm going to have to give you applause for this. He said, I quote, I don't know about raising chickens, but I like eating chickens. I thought that was hilarious. I absolutely thought that was hilarious because I'm like, listen. In the words of Alvin, okay, Jeffrey Owens from the Cosby Show, let me get a breast, okay, because the chicken breast rather, has the most meat on it. Okay, so listen, I'm with Dr. Casper. I like eating chicken. I don't know about raising them. I thought that was cute. So city meets country, or Sid country. Okay, I like that combination there from them. With Shamea. So Shamea, Kelly, and Angela meet up. Kelly's ex-husband Chulo, which Kelly, how did you choose him? I would just like to know. I mean, listen, I think I'm a better looking dude than Chulo, but then someone gonna say, well, you don't look better than Shamar Moore. So it's like, okay, child, listen, what you want me to do? I am who I am. You know what I mean? But anyway, so Kelly Pharrell's ex-husband, rather, did an interview with Tasha K. Tasha K got mentioned on national platforms, so I'm sure that she will talk about that on her platform. And by the way, apparently Stephon Diggs has another child, and Tasha K talked about it. It's never ending. It's never ending. It's never ending. So the debt is deading, and Kelly actually wanted to walk away from Nas Chicken Waffles because she had to sell some debt. So it was like $100,000, debt. So she paid $50,000, and then there was another place I think for like $36,000, and the grand opening was that Friday. And Angela is going the issue between her and Drew, and Shamesi is being active. So by the way, Angela, I need you to get a merch line called Shamesi. Okay, just get it and sell it. Okay, sell it at BravoCon, sell it online. I'm just saying, listen, everybody else can get a bag. Why can't Angela? Okay, so Kelly recaps the tea, and then Kelly says, Portia. Now, Kelly. Remember how you said, Britt Edie wasn't your friend, this, that, and the third, and all that stuff about revenge P and that, Brett Edie looked desperate and stuff like that. Ever since then, you've just been lawsuits, incidents with other people, and everything in between. But yet you threw away Britt Edie, who was actually a good friend to you. And you're making Chulo's argument just elevate more and more and more and more and more. And so you know what people will say, right? It takes a whore Ellie to know a whore Isha. It takes a whore to know a whore. On the words of Ty Chris, I'm not saying you a hoe, I'm saying you exhibiting hoe behavior. Okay, that's what Ty Chris said. So listen. And Kelly said that Portia stole somebody's man. We all know that's true. Okay, I mean, even Portia got mad at Tamara Hall, but that's besides the point. Okay, you call Portia, and you expect that that's not going to get back to her. Okay, then. But somebody says something about you and your business, you going to have problems, right? Okay. So then we're at Drew's movie premiere, right? Claudia Jordan is there. So, like I said, Run is a sci-fi movie. It's an African-American ensemble, female African-American ensemble. And so Phaedra and Angela talk, and they are good, right? And so we see Sway come in. Now, Sway is Portia's lady friend. And then they showcase a montage of Portia being with women. And the first clip we see is of Candy and Portia. My God. And then Portia says, you can just call me Christopher Columbus. Now, she had another Underground Railroad moment. She did, because we all know it's the Native Americans that found this land. That's why people celebrate Indigenous Day and not Thanksgiving. Okay? All right. But yet somebody finds Portia Williams attractive. Just like NBC Universal thought it would be good to give her a scripted deal when she does no acting. It would have made more sense to give Kim Fields that scripted deal, because she can act. Moving on. So Phaedra says money for the ussy, and Angela says that Portia is fluid, and Drew then says, why are you living my life? I'm like, so look, like all those rumors about you being for lesbian Drew was true. Now listen, live your life the way you want to. I think life is way too short. Sorry, life is way too short for you not to be happy in your life. So if you want to be a lesbian, go be a lesbian. If you want to be a person that's gay, go be gay. Okay? Listen, because with the world outside right now, if you can find somebody who loves you, for you, go forth, prosper, and multiply. Okay? But this brother right here, if my women ain't thick like turkey legs from the Arkansas State Fair, I don't want them. Moving on. Or if they not thick like catfish from Sharks Fish and Chicken in Little Rock, Arkansas, or they can't make me full like Shotgun Dan's Big Dan Pizza, I don't want it. But moving on. So after all of that, Angela tells Phaedra about Portia and Kelly's, encounter, and that Kelly said Portia was Portia, and so Portia is not going to be coming to the event Friday. 35 minutes in, Drew is dead, and Phaedra said something that I never thought about before. She said that Drew was from Chicago, so they pal first and ask questions later. She should have made it to the end. And so Drew was like, did I really die? We'll find out in the sequel. I'm like, okay, clock that T, speak things into existence, use your resources, right? And understand your circumstances to create your own dreams coming true. I like it. I love it. I'm here for it. So then it's a day away from Kelly's opening, right? And the health inspector passed them with an A. This is for her mom, her dad, and her sister, right? And then we get to the grand opening, and Angela and that fan, child, Angela's fans needs to be a business as well. Okay. And as a side note, Candace Dillard Bassett, I need the cry angle line immediately. Okay. That could be customized cry angles with different brands on them. I'm just saying you could be making a bag. Moving on. So then Pinky, Drew, and Shamea are all there. Shamea's mom and dad's there. And then Drew was about to say something to Shamea's mom. Cynthia's there. And Shamea's mom said that if y'all are me, I'm going to get my paddle. You want to get your paddle? The only person who will ever put fear into me is God, my mom, my dad, future wife, and future kids. And of course, my sister. I fear my sister, but I fear my sister out of love, respect, and reverence. You know what I mean? But like, if somebody mama gonna come over and say, now, Brand, if you ain't respectful, I'm gonna get my paddle. I'm like, you gonna tell me what to do? You must be talking to a ghost in the room that they don't have the soul to rise up and say no to you because you ain't talking to me. Gonna get my paddle. Okay, send no one ever. So Phaedra is there, right? And Angela clocked that tea of, we are able to have adult conversations and move on. And Shamea's like, well, I just want everybody to know that you can't hide stuff under the rug, okay? It just can't be me, can't be y'all either. It's like, Shamea, how about you worry about yourself before you talk about other people? Okay, just do that. So then K. Michelle's in Nashville, and we could hear K. Michelle sing. Now, here's the thing, right? I know that's probably because of copyright issues and stuff, but like, come on, really? If she's singing her own music, all you gotta do is just talk to her label, get it approved, and all that stuff. Sometimes y'all are just cheap to be cheap. But anyway, moving on. So then Pinky and Kelly talk about, their conversation and, Kelly being left on red, but Pinky was going through a lot of stuff. So she owned up to her stuff. So shout out to Pinky for doing that. And Pinky says, I want to be a support system to Kelly. Now, Kelly, for lunch, you should have slutty vegan burgers. And then, Kelly, you should figure out a way to make vegan fried chicken and gluten-free waffles and have that slave vegan. That's how y'all collaborate. And I want my cut. I want 30% from Pinky. I want 30% from Kelly. That's 60% in my bank account. Direct deposit, please, and thank you. Moving on. So after all that, Kelly speaks, and she says she did not even want to be there. And Portia Williams gets flowers for her and says, we need to talk over it out. I'm just like, ain't it funny? And I don't know if anybody else caught this, but ain't it funny how Britt Eady bought flowers for Kenya Moore, and Kenya said, get the flowers out here. And because, when she got the flowers out here, she went to hell. I just found that an interesting coinky-dink. I'm just saying. 8 people in the building, like, comment, share, subscribe. Glad to have all you here. So after all of that, get these flowers out of here. And Kelly is recapping, everything that went down with the tea. And Cynthia said, you should be thinking about the wife, not Portia this when you're screwing, a married man. Now, Cynthia is not condoning this. She's just giving her commentary, which makes sense. Pinky is missing out on good fried chicken, according to Drew. And then, Portia and Kelly talk. And, Kelly said, why aren't you here? I was like, you called her a whore. I don't think anybody would be there after you called them a whore. Just saying, if you called any one of those ladies a whore, they would not be there. So you can't really blame Portia for that. And then Kelly says, broken flowers from a broken person. Once again, takes one to know one, Kelly, because Portia was right in this fact of after y'all talked, everything was good. So then you go and say that she's Portia. Like, that's not cool. That's not right. That's disrespectful. Just keep it a buck. But anyway, let's continue. So then Shamea's mom, then before that, Shamea and Drew talk about the movie invite, and Shamea didn't get one, and Shamea's mom is giving advice of, look how the devil's trying to attack y'all. It's like, no, the devil's not doing anything here. These are 2 grown women having a grown conversation, and you need to stay out of it. Even Kelly's mom was like, no, I'm going to let my baby handle it. Okay, y'all gotta know how to let go sometimes, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. So the ladies are leaving, and they are well, I think they're marching out the chicken and waffles place, Nas Chicken and Waffles, and so what this gave me what this scene reminded me of the sauntered thing from Potomac. You remember when Carrie Huger said, "What you gotta do is swivel." That is still one of the funniest things ever. And Giselle and Rob was like, "Yeah, we can do this. What you gotta do is swivel." What you gotta do is swivel. You know what? Honestly, y'all should have done the swivel at the Essence Festival of Culture. Do a second line, do a second swivel line. What you gotta do is swivel. What you gotta do is swivel. What you gotta do is swivel. Oh. My God, my God, my God, my God. All right, let's continue, y'all. So after all that, Lay's leave, K Michelle is performing. And then the next day, K Michelle's in the doctor's office, right? And so it looks very tragic. And so K Michelle's doctor comes in and she has an infection. Now, for those of you who don't know, K Michelle got illegal, butt injections back in the day, right? And she was trying to have curves in a dunk that she already had, right? And so she was completely out of it in Nashville. So when she got up, the whole couch was wet. Now, if you a man or a woman, she a super soaker, then we applaud. But that's not the case here, right? So everybody was drying her off, this, that, and the third. And y'all, she's gonna have to have reconstructive surgery. And K Michelle was crying so hard. I felt for her. Like I said everything I said this morning about K Michelle and R. Kelly and everything else about, you're saying that if you talk about your relationship with R. Kelly, everybody involved, everybody's gonna go to jail. I'm like, you do realize that would include you too. You were silent about pain that was happening behind the scenes that wasn't cool, that wasn't right, and that was flagrantly disrespectful, right? And talked about how, what she loved about R. Kelly and all that stuff, right? But in the same token that I can have my stance on K Michelle for that does not mean I cannot have love, grace, and space for her. I felt for her so hard. And her assistant was so gracious. Give yourself some grace. We've all done things that, we wish we could take back. And he or she who has not sinned cast the first stone, right? So then we get to the preview. Now, apparently Black is coming with flowers. Now, are y'all friends or y'all lovers? Which is it? Or are y'all friends who also are lovers from time to time? If that's the case, then just say that. So then Pinky is with a lawyer talking about slave vegan. And then Pinky, Cynthia, and K Michelle are all at a lunch. And Portia says to K Michelle, you had a miscarriage, which Portia, that wasn't cool. And then Portia and K Michelle have a conversation. And then Portia's like, well, what's K Michelle upset about? Child. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your review. Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 2. I thought it was a good episode. A little hectic in there with Kelly and Portia. My God, I'm sure that it'll culminate a little bit later because we did see on the group trip that it seemed like it was about to be a knees weak, arms heavy, like spaghetti conversation. And you know what? Honestly, tell you the truth, I'm gonna be real with y'all. If I was Pinky Cole or if I was Kelly Pharrell, I would be having Sunday night watch parties at my restaurant. Everybody, do a $5 cover or $10 cover. And for that, you get 2 plates of fried chicken and waffles, mimosa, what have you, or you get, 2, decent sized burgers from Slave Vegan, fries, a drink as you're watching the show. And then after that, it's a live after show experience. That's what I would do. personally, if I was in their position. But that's just a me, everybody. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, but yep, we are live, just chillaxing. I'll probably take it up to the 40-minute mark, and then we'll take a commercial break, and then we'll come back because Drew Zador says she might be homeless. I've been seeing the news. We will talk about it. Okay, we will talk about. We will talk about. We will talk about. By the way, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Sorry, let me get myself adjusted. It tomorrow night, 6 p.m. We're gonna be talking about 90 Day Fiance, the single life. Okay, that's what we'll be doing tomorrow night. And then Wednesday 6 o'clock will be a show. I don't know what yet, but it will be a show. Thursdays, y'all know I'm off, and then Fridays 2 shows. So yes, indeed, just waiting on more news on shows. As you guys know, Nelly and Shanti, We Belong Together, has been renewed on Peacock. Very excited about that. Let me go to waiting for the Never Ever Mets. Waiting for Hustle Houston. Okay, so nothing new yet for reality TV shows. That's fine. Like I said, as soon as I know about it, y'all will know about it. You know what I mean? So, but yes, indeed. So, my God, my God, my God. Yeah, we'll take it all the way up to the 40-minute mark, and then we'll make it do what it do. Let me turn on this fan real quick here, y'all. Wait, nope. Where? Okay, there it is. There we go. There we go. Yes, indeed. Almost there to the 40-minute mark. Ooh, Lordy. Hopefully what's today, Monday? I think it's Monday. And it is Monday. Let me tell you something. When you do consistent content, the days can run together because I did content on Saturday and Sunday. There we go. I did content on Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday, I did the Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Galaxy movie review, and the Turkey Hill Hard Iced Tea review. So that was a lot of fun. Then Sunday, we talked about the Super Mario Sunshine movie and the potential of what the movie could be. Now, like I said, to Illumination and Nintendo and Universal, everything I said in that live was speculation. None of it is canon, none of it is true, and none of it is happening as of right now. Okay, so if it does happen, then everybody will come to that live stream and comment and everything else. But if not, okay, then we just have fun. That would be crazy though, to like to know that I said the next movie on this channel first before anybody else, and then there it is. Also, other people have said it, through movie trailers and stuff like that. But I don't think anyone has ever taken the Super Mario Brothers movie and put it through AI and then did a whole live stream on it. I think I'm the only person that has done that. And by the way, to all the content creators, if you're going to utilize AI like that to expand conversations. So, with that being said, we're going to take a little commercial break, and we'll be back more right after this. We are live on Tour, Like, Comment, Share, Subscribe. We'll be back right after this rolling.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braille only got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power, to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth, we're free. Trust and believe it's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward,
with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mira's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Brainley's virtual tour live. Got to have all you here. All right, let's talk about some Drew Sidor because y'all, she might be homeless. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, y'all, I got it. Give me a moment.
Sadora says she is going to be homeless and begs the judge to reverse her having to evacuate by May 31st.
Ciao. May 31st.
Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Real Housewives of Atlanta. In this video, we are talking Drew Sidora and this divorce battle that she's got going on with her estranged husband, Ralph Pittman, because it has just taken a turn. So, you'll remember a few days back, it has come out that Drew Sidora has to move out of their marital home, in which the one that Ralph currently resides in the basement, by the end of May. Also, allegedly, temporarily, Ralph is going to have primary custody of the kids and can take them back and forth to school. One of the contingencies was, and some, depending on who you would argue with, right? It sounds like there were some absences the kids experienced, but we do not know the who, what, where, when, and why the kids were absent from school.
And the how,
but
course.
Apparently that potential, portion of it was enough for the judge to temporarily grant Ralph, temporary custody. Those of you who are Love and Marriage Huntsville fans already know Ralph is BFFs with Martell Holt, right? And it's giving to me that he is saying, listen, these are the things that I should have did to make it harder with my ex-Mel. You should try to implement this, document this, just try to find anything you can use against her so you can get into this primary custody stuff, right? So ultimately, that came out. A lot of people had a lot of reaction to it. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? I talked about how Melody Sharif from Love and Marriage Huntsville is Team Drew Sidora and all of the things, and posted some stories. And so Drew Sidora has released a statement. Drew Sidora posted on the Twitter/X, but it went viral everywhere yesterday. It said, "Good morning. Some details regarding my divorce have recently become public, although the process is not yet finalized. During this time, Ralph and I are committed to co-parenting and doing what's best for our children. While certain things are beyond my control, my focus remains on showing up every day as the best mother I can be. Living in the public eye comes with challenges, but I'm choosing to move forward with grace, growth, and intention. My children are my priority, and I'm committed to leading with love, peace, and positivity. There is no ill intent toward anyone, just a continued focus on healing, evolving, and becoming the best version of myself." So that was what Drew Sidora had to say, right?
Statement.
So then what has happened, you guys, is a little while ago, TMZ has put out this exclusive, and it says, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Drew Sidora, quote, "I'm going to be homeless, begs judge to reverse course." Drew Sidora told a judge she doesn't have the funds to move out of the home that she shares with estranged husband Ralph Pittman, despite being ordered to vacate by next month, TMZ has learned. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, the Bravo star said she doesn't have the financial resources, nor has she picked out a new home, which made it hard to be out by May 31st. She said she and her oldest child will be homeless if the court does not reconsider the decision. Drew said Ralph's income.
Now, this is the thing, right? I do want to say this, right? I think the right thing to do in this situation, now, I know that everybody is tired of, Drew Sidora and Ralph Pittman, the basement dweller and the woman living upstairs. But I think Ralph should be humble and do the right thing by his ex-wife and say, Judge, I would like it if we could both just keep the arrangement we have and just take it on the chin, because your ex-wife, the mother of your children, and your oldest child should not be homeless. Let's keep it a buck. But also, too, can you not call Kathy Hilton get into a Homewood Suites, room for a minute until you get yourself together and this, that, the third. But also, too, it's just like you've been acting for a while. And listen, I know with the SAG-AFTRA strikes and the Writers Guild of America strikes, we see the royalty checks, right? I think the guy from Abbott Elementary, the guy who plays the janitor, only got like what, 1 penny, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So we know that it's real, but like still that's just, yeah, Drew Sidora shouldn't be going through that. No woman nor man should be homeless and their child. Let's keep going.
Income is 3 times hers. She also claims that he agreed to share joint custody only to switch up his request to primary while they were in court. A judge has yet to rule. As TMZ first reported, Ralph was awarded primary custody of the ex's 2 children following a recent hearing in their divorce. The exes will share joint legal custody. The decision came after it was alleged in court that the children were showing up late to school while in Drew's care. In addition, the court ordered Drew to vacate the marital home by the end of next month, the same home they both live in. Ralph currently lives in the basement while Drew lives upstairs. The divorce was filed in March of 2023, has yet to be finalized. In court documents, Drew accused Ralph of cheating on her and demanded primary custody of the kids. But it is crazy, man, like what has happened right now. I'm not trying to pocket watch, but I think we have to be honest that while Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, some of these housewives might make a decent coin, it sounds like all of these other things that Drew Sidora is doing, whether it is music, whether it's acting, maybe all of that's not paying as much as Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Right.
And also as well, you know what I'm saying, you already said in the episode last night that the divorce was costing you a fortune, that the divorce was costing you a lot of money. But it seemed like last season, Drew Sidora didn't want to give up the house. And I'm wondering if she should have played this. I know she didn't want to give up the home, but the fact that the judge was allowing Ralph to basically stay in the house and set up his own basement and turn it into his own little man cave and tried to start a podcast out of it, I think at that point, knowing I was coming into season 16, I would have saved my Real Housewives of Atlanta check. I would have saved it to, you know what I'm saying, put some of the money, a down payment on an apartment or a condo that would have been temporary, right? For Drew and the kids.
Yes.
And allowed the house for whenever the house goes up for sale, you guys work it out to where y'all split the proceeds of the sale of the home. But the moment that they awarded Ralph the basement, I would have got up one out of there and got an apartment or gotten a condo somewhere, right? Or if you didn't have the means to, unfortunately, move back home with your parents, right? Or something, right? Or move with your sister or something, right? Temporarily until you could get your money right and to get your finances right, because it sounds like even with all of these things that Drew Sidora is doing, if what is being said is true in these court documents, even the Real Housewives of Atlanta salary, her acting gigs, her music, even if her music's doing well, music now is not the same as it was back in the day.
No, it's not, rather, sorry.
A lot of things with streaming now, like people are not purchasing albums anymore.
Yes.
You've got to have billions of streams on these records to even start to see just
and even 1 million streams is like what?
You know what I'm
Maybe
saying?
like
so
10 cents
it's
or so,
not just
around
automatic. There. Even if your stuff charts on iTunes, even if you're on Billboard, the reality is these artists are not making that type of money anymore. That's why all of them are going on tour, because tour is where you're going to make your money.
Yep.
Not just putting out music, not just putting out albums. All of that costs money. It costs money to pay producers and writers for music. It costs money to be in the studio. They charge you for studio time.
Per hour.
It costs money to pay for a photo shoot.
Sometimes per session, and you can do it as long as you want to, depending on the time. But usually it's
the album. But if you're not doing any tours, if you're not doing any performances on a regular basis, all of that adds up. All of that adds up. And how much are you getting paid for these acting roles? Are you getting paid significant money?
Right.
And who is paying the bills? Because if Ralph makes 3 times as you, right?
3 times, good damn. It's a lot of money.
I would have saved my money. It should have never been a position to where you basically are either going to live the good life with Ralph and be miserable, or starve and be in a situation where you don't have a place to stay for you and your oldest child. That's not cool. That's not okay. So I really wish Drew Sidora the best. I know some people are going to be, Team Ralph or Team Dad, but I feel like I see the play. I see the play that basically, if it's true that it's Ralph in the position of financial power, that has the financial means to either make things happen or not make things happen, that, this is a whole nother conversation about where is the money from Real Housewives of Atlanta going?
Yes.
Where is that check going? Is it being put back into, you know what I'm saying, keeping up appearances, keeping up with the Joneses, trying to look the part, trying to wear designer this and designer that, spending money on hair and glam and all this and all that? I'm telling y'all, sometimes y'all need to be pulling a Denise Richards and just show up to some of these scenes in jeans and a t-shirt. Or a hoodie, you know what I'm saying, in a sweatsuit. And say, listen, I'm going through it right now. I'm broke, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. The divorce is taking all of my coin. It's taking all of my shmoney, but this is awful for Drew Sidora. This is awful for Drew Sidora, and it's going to be interesting to see what the judge decides. But also, I would say this, though. Normally in divorces, at least the divorces that I'm familiar with from, people that I know. Everyone I know that has gotten a divorce, for the most part, I'm trying to remember if anybody, if the female stayed in the marital home, because I think there might have been like a couple of instances, but in the instance, if they had a toxic husband, if they had a narcissistic husband, they wanted to get out of Dodge.
Yep.
They absolutely wanted to get out of Dodge, but there were a couple of instances where people were able to stay in the marital home, but they only stayed in the marital home until they sold the home and split the proceeds with their ex. But for the most of the instances, the women got out of the marital home because their ex was so toxic. Mm-hmm. Their ex was so awful that they didn't even want to stay in the marital home. They got up out of there, and everybody had their own way to rebuild. Some had to temporarily move back home until they can get on their feet, because some were just housewives and were not working. So some had to get back on their feet, get themselves back into the workforce, and then once they got their money up and got their finances up, then was able to put down for their own home, for their own family with the kids. And I feel like that might have to be the transition Drew Sidora does, that either she might have to temporarily move back home, get her money up, save her money up, apply for apartments, because I would leave now. There's no way I'm going to be staying in the same house, and I'm dealing with a very, difficult divorce.
No, very well said, Anonymity. I fully agree. I think you should always have your own. You know what I mean? Like, even when I get married, like, I understand, gender roles and stuff like that. Like, the man goes out and makes the money, then the wife takes care of home. I'm like, no, I want you to have your own life. I want you to have your own career, because You deserve to have your bag. I deserve to have my bag too. And then guess what? Those are 2 bags coming into the household. And then if we have multiple bags, hello, a rising tide lifts all boats. So that's why I gotta say that. Hopefully everything works out for Drew Sidora. I'm gonna turn my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. So yes, indeed, I'm going to let this play out, and then we'll listen to the next one talking about Portia, and Kenya Mora. King Mora is across the street. King Mora is across the street. King Mora is across the street.
Problematic divorce, and you got somebody who is trying to ruin you and take the kids away from you. No. I would be out of there quick, fast, in a hurry, right? And I know part of the reason Drew probably wants to still stay there because then you see the kids every day. But what is the cost, though? What is the expense if you're about to be thrown out, you know what I'm saying, in a little over a month anyways? So my heart goes out to Drew Sidora because, like I said, separate from the antics on reality TV, I don't want to see any of these women, you know what I'm saying, like, get played over by these men. And, you know, I don't know. It feels like something sus is going on with some of these. I know in Georgia and in Texas with some of these divorce cases, it tends to, like there's things that they give a lot of favor to the men over. And a lot of times y'all be cheering it on, thinking that there's something wrong with the mom. But this could be a situation that if Ralph is sitting on a lot of dough and a lot of shmoney, that there's a lot of loopholes and a lot of manipulations that some of these attorneys are good at and could, you know, sway the judge to give certain permissions and certain motions. And we do not know why the kids were late. This is all because allegedly the kids were late to school, but we do not know why the kids were late to school or why the kids missed any school. No. So nonetheless, you guys, hype the video, please. There's that. That's it. That's all. Es todos, es final, es finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.
Shout out to the one, the only Miss Anonymous T. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to her, y'all. All right, we got one more video, and then we're gonna chill out for a little bit, and then we'll head on.
In fire, electricity,
Fly in outer space.
and create incredible visuals like this. You don't need expensive cameras or Hollywood budgets. Sounds crazy, but it's all possible with AI. And you don't need tons of expensive subscriptions. You just
Arlo Hampton calls Kenya a hater and that she takes things too far. She also explains why she doesn't like Portia and accuses Portia of sabotage. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today. Sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. That's for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So today we are talking Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it seems that the former pages are out in droves. We've got Kandi Burruss trying to make Shamea happen on the social medias and trying to hype up, you know, that confessional of Shamea acting out, her and Portia cussing each other out in the messages or whatever else in the text. And it's not landing, Kandi. It's just not landing. The people are not feeling or featuring Shamea, right? And now we have Marlo. So she had 2 interviews drop. She had an interview with Uncensored, you guys. I believe that is on TV1. And yes, she said that she was alleging some severe child abuse that she had experienced that led her to running away from home at a young age. And then we have what has gone viral is the Cam Newton's Funky Friday show, right? And there was a segment where she discussed what her current relationship was with some of the ladies of Real Housewives of Atlanta that we need to get into, you guys. I also want to say, for the record, before we get into even what Marlo has to say, that I feel like her and Shamea are two examples of friends of who should have never became peach holders. I said it, right? I said it. You know what I'm saying? Look at Cynthia now, even flourishing. Her and Dolores, formerly of Real Housewives of New Jersey, now on Rhode Island, that are flourishing as friend ofs, right? Sometimes friend of is okay, as long as the shmoney is okay, right?
Yep, that's it.
So, nonetheless, I just wanted to say that. So, shout out to No Chaser TV. This is where the clip is coming from, and I'll probably like split out the different parts to give commentary in between. So, let's take a watch and a listen.
Candy Burrs.
Complicated.
Why?
It's complicated, but we're cool. Because one thing, Candy and I have respect for each other. When we see each other, we're going to always speak. Okay. The kids are going to speak. But I mean, just from the show, I think the show messed us up. Because I used to date her god brother. So if the show didn't happen, I think it would have been cool. But just that.
How can it be complicated, but you're cool? That doesn't sound like it to me. It sounds like y'all cordial. It sounds like if y'all see each other at the same spot in Atlanta, y'all aren't going to ignore each other. Y'all will say hi and bye. But it's not giving what you're claiming. If somebody is saying that something is complicated, that to me means that you're not on good terms. Right. Let's continue.
Kenya Moore.
Complicated. She's a hater. Said that I lied about my damn name. Just a liar. And just that's why I got fired. Because she lied and she don't know how far to go. She go too far. She goes too far. And especially with black women. She's a hater. She's disgusting to know I'm raising 2 young black men and to just go so far. She goes too far.
So you just said that your relationship with Candy is complicated, but you're cool. And saying your relationship with Kenya is complicated, but calling her a hater and a liar. No. Something in the milk ain't clean. It's given that y'all not cool. You're not cool with either party. It's given you didn't want to say anything about Candy because Candy's got a lot of connections in Atlanta, and you're not trying to get blackballed or whatever the case may be.
I mean,
but as far as Kenya Moore goes, it's interesting to me that you are now all of a sudden, Kenya goes to.
I will say this: 2 things can be true, right? I think with Candy, what she said is what she said. It's complicated, but also 2, we're gonna be nothing but respectful, right? I think there's a respect that Candy has with the ladies that maybe Kenya Moore will never have, right? And listen, a clock is right twice a day when it comes to Kenya Moore. She is a hater. She does take things too far, and she is a more famous version of thirsty toxicity. So, and we gotta remember, like, this is these people's experience, right? I wasn't there, Anonymous T wasn't there, none of us were there. And I remember the Kenya Moore hair care, right? So I think Marla has the right to say exactly what she wants to do about Kenya Moore. So let's continue. But I feel where Anonymous T is coming from. Like, which is it?
Too far, she does too much, but you didn't find it that she went too far or did too much when you turned on Portia. See how that works when people team up with the ops? You know what I'm saying? Thinking that it's going to work out better. You are mutually in alliance because you're not cool with someone else, or you think turning on someone else is going to work out for you. And see how that worked out for you. You were a 1-season peach wonder. Unfortunately, Shamea has not got the memo that she should have exited stage left after her season due to Candy's advice, but she wants fame more than anything, even if it means her getting dragged. Let's continue.
Vistaprint prints everything to get your brand in front of your fans, like t-shirts, water bottles, and totes, so everyone can gift it, work in it, and take it. Whether
TV real, huh?
Oh, it's real, baby. It's real. It may be edited, but it's real. You see, she got fired for going too far. It was real.
What happened?
She showed another girl, supposedly, giving something to a guy. with her head. Is it called ratio? What y'all be calling ratio? What y'all call
Fellatio.
Fellatio. I'm talking about ratio.
Ain't that a lawsuit?
Exactly. Hopefully it wasn't her. Hopefully it's not.
Revenge porn.
Revenge porn. That's exactly what it was. I'm like, girl, you just go too damn far. And I feel that we all went too far towards the end because it got so bitter and ugly. And I think that's why Bravo did a little twist.
Whether you like Kenya Moore or not, the whole storyline with Britt Eady was completely unnecessary, completely ridiculous, completely out of hand. Like how do you allow a newbie to trick you out of your peach? Make it make sense. And I feel like, unfortunately, Kenya, because that happened, we are stuck with another season of Kelly and Shamea. I feel like that's what happened. I felt like with Bravo, because it didn't seem like to me Britt Eady was going to, you know what I'm saying, be let go or not come back either. But it seemed like once Britt saw everything played out and once she finally got confirmation, allegedly, that it was not her in the images, she decided to move forward with the lawsuit. But she was still invited to the reunion and for all intents and purposes was more than likely to be back another season. But she said, I'm just going to file this lawsuit out here.
Yep.
Now, the other side is, unfortunately, I think Bravo decided, due to the disaster of last season, they figured, hey, let's give everybody another chance, even the people that flopped. And the same people that you're giving a chance, Kelly and Shamea, are regurgitating the exact same playbook that they did last season down to the episode. No. Let's continue.
Kim Zolciak.
Yeah, still cool.
Cool.
It is wild to me the number of housewives from Atlanta are still cool with Kim Zolciak and are willing to reconcile with Kim Zolciak compared to their own castmates and cast members, as if Kim Zolciak has not done disgusting and terrible and horrible things to them as well. Yeah. You always hear about them years after the fact saying glowing things about her, and I just don't get it. Do y'all not recall the whole Sweetie storyline and how disgusting and horrible it was, and what Kim Zolciak really thinks of y'all? I am just of confusion. Let's continue.
Sheree Whitfield.
Still cool.
Okay. Cynthia Bailey.
Still cool.
All right.
It doesn't surprise me that most of the housewives will still be cool with Sheree Whitfield. She's an OG. She's a legacy. And maybe that's the same reason that they're cool with Kim. I don't get it. But I'm not surprised about Cynthia. She seems to be cool with most of the housewives as well, including the alum. Really cool with everyone except for Kenya Moore. Let's continue.
Portia Williams.
Don't like her. She's a hater. Complicated.
Did you see what she on now?
Traders?
No, I'm talking about her love interest.
Oh, I know.
Did you think that's real?
I don't know. I mean, I know she still like penis.
Well, then. All right.
So
revenge.
I don't know, but I'm just saying I know she's still like men. I used to be her friend, but yeah, that's just complicated. I don't like her because she was very against me coming back the 2 seasons ago.
So again, you referred to Kandi, Kenya, and Portia relationships as complicated, and you have nothing nice to say as it pertains to Portia and Kenya, but kind of make it seem like things are on better terms with Kandi. I need you to use better terms, you know what I'm saying, in describing these relationships, because it is not making sense. Now, to be fair, Nene Leakes also made the same allegation against Portia that she allegedly was trying to block her and stop her bag from being on the Upshaws when they had multiple housewives on there. And I believe the episode ended up being Nene Leakes and Cynthia Bailey. Is what it came out to. But I believe since Portia and Nene Leakes have made up, and allegedly Portia was one of the main people that was advocating for Nene Leakes to be on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, and of course they had the alleged a couple of events that took place during filming for the Atlanta portion of it all. But as far as if it's true or not that Portia allegedly stopped Marlo from coming back, I don't believe it was solely Portia. I believe several housewives, Marlo, do not like you. And I believe also your one season wonder as a peach, a lot of people would like to forget. A lot of people would like to forget and preferred you more in the friend of capacity.
Good.
Because it just didn't work out. It did not work out at all. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, if Portia was really gully, she could have blocked Shamea from coming back another season. But it seems as though she was trying to make it seem like, listen, look at here, I'm not here trying to block any peaches. It's interesting that, you know, Marlo thinks that all these housewives have all these power. The only people who really seemed like they had the power at the time was Nene Leakes when she was at her heyday, and also Candy allegedly blocking Phaedra from being back on Real Housewives of Atlanta all these seasons. But I don't know if other housewives have that type of pull of what you're talking about. It sounds like the housewives banded together, i.e., probably Kenya Moore and others, not just solely Portia, that did not want to see you on the screen. Let's continue.
When she was returning back, she was one of the main people against me coming back.
We went from making it seem like Portia was solely responsible for Marlo not coming back, but now you confirm that there were other housewives who didn't want to film with you. Basically what happened to Phaedra. Basically, after Rojas season 9 and Grapegate and everything else that happened, the cast had banded together, refused to film with Phaedra in support of Candy. It's basically what happened. And I feel like what has happened here with Marlo is the cast banded together and basically said, we don't want to film with you, Marlo. We don't see it for you, Marlo. We don't like you, Marlo, this and that. But it wasn't just Portia, that Portia just had all this power at the network to hire and fire people. It sounded like the ladies decided they didn't want to film with you. Let's continue.
Listen, it's called Connect Team, and it's insane. I don't do schedules or timesheets manually anymore.
And it works?
Oh, like you wouldn't believe it. My team puts in their availability, I click auto schedule, and boom, there it goes. No more Excel, no more phone calls, no more group chats. Oh. Perfect schedule, like that.
Damn, so all you gotta do is post it.
Yeah, my team loves that it's just one app, so they see their shifts, they can approve it, and I know it's covered.
But wait, what if there's like a last minute change? I mean, that's afternoon gone, right?
One thing I don't play with, I would never try and stop anyone from getting their check. Especially if you're a single aunt raising kids.
Yeah.
Like, you hate me that much, but it's because I'm the one who I hold accountable. I'm gonna ask the questions.
Yes, ma'am.
She likes to run shit. She got to have girls that can run.
But how does that work? How does Bravo take into consideration cast members?
I don't know, but I mean, she sold them a dream that she was coming on with a husband and gonna live this huge lifestyle and be in this expensive home. And she came back because she's a people's favorite, but she came back and was getting a divorce, you know, and wasn't able to show the home until at the end.
If Portia has all this power to hire and fire people, you know what I'm saying? Kelly and Shamea would be first on the chopping block.
Now that
let's call a thing. But I think what's going to happen is Shamea and Kelly are going to do themselves in anyways for coming after Portia like this, and they're going to make the gateway for Nene Leakes to return and potentially somebody else to return to the network because of the foolishness that they fumbled their storylines this season attacking Portia. But here's the thing, you know, there's no such thing like where Portia never gets dragged. Portia always gets dragged every season that she's on the show. So I am of confusion as far as where Marlo thinks that Portia's not being held accountable when they still found ways to drag her last season and are finding ways to drag Portia this season. It's just that Portia is picking and choosing her battles in terms of who she wants to engage with and when she wants to engage with, right? Because remember, she had the beef last season with both Kelly and Drew Sidora and Shamea, and briefly with Angela Oakley. So this thing where Portia has all her friends on her side is not true. It's not facts. And then this season, we see that she's going to get into it with Kelly this upcoming episode. Mm-hmm. We see that her and Shamea are going to have a big blowout at some point in time. And we'll see whether or not if there's any other housewives that she gets into it with, because her and Drew Sidora have since.
And by the way, before the season even started, there was a rumor that, and I could be wrong on this, but I believe I'm right. There was a rumor that there was a fight between Portia and Shamea on this season of Roa. I believe that was said before we saw a trailer or anything. That was talked about a lot on YouTube. So listen, and listen. Let's continue.
Reconciled. I also find it interesting. A lot of people are obsessed with Portia's house. Why are so many people obsessed with Portia's house as if y'all are living there, as if y'all are paying the bills? I just want to know. Shamea and Kelly are obsessed with the home, and now Marlo is obsessed with the home. Like, what do y'all want to happen? Did y'all want Simon to take the house? Did y'all want Portia to be out on the street? Did y'all want her to be homeless and broke? I am just of confusion as far as why y'all are making this such a big deal. Like, ultimately, that is what Portia negotiated, that if this marriage fell apart or whatever else, or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, that she was going to get the house. That's what she negotiated. So why does everyone have a problem with it? And of course she's going to showcase the house now, because she was supposed to show it last season. Her and Shamea were supposed to be besties last season, but Shamea had other plans. Y'all were supposed to be, you know, having a house hop, you know what I'm saying? Going back and forth to each other's houses, showing all the extravagant things, you know what I'm saying? And maybe Shamea was only on board if Portia remained married to Simon. Maybe that's the real issue. Maybe Shamea's really upset that Portia did not fake it with Simon, and, you know, just to have a storyline with Shamea of them being fake besties. That's what it feels like it's giving to me. But nonetheless, you guys, that is the conclusion of Marlo's segment on all of the Housewives and what she feels her feelings are. But I'm of confusion of how you can say that Kandi, Portia, and Kenya's relationships are complicated, but you, in the same breath, also drag Kenya and Portia in the complications. No, it's not complicated. Y'all not friends. Y'all not cool. Like, that's it. That's all. So nonetheless, hype the video. There's that. That's it. That's all. Es todos, es final, es finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.
And there it is. Thank you very much, Anonymous T. Like, comment, share, subscribe to Anonymous T.
To upload your videos to YouTube, upload to Restream, where we will live stream.
So that's pretty much it. That is the show. You guys are caught with everything that you need to know about this. And like I said, man, prayers up to Drew Sidora. I don't think that she should be out the house. And Ralph needs to do the right thing and let it be what it needs to be. You know what I mean? Let Drew Sidora stay there. Let the child stay there. It's just the right thing to do. You know what I mean? So yeah. So that's my take on everything. Very, very sad situation here. And then, of course, you know, at the beginning, middle, end of the day, if you want me to tell the history of me and you want me to tell a good history between you and me, you should have treated me better. So I feel like Marlo has the right to say what's on her mind. So that's just my take. So it is what it is. That's it for me, though. That is it for me. Let me get the day mover up for you all, and then we'll head on out of here. But another great outro. Like I said, we're here every Monday for ROA. The day after the show has aired, we will be here talking about it live. You know, like I said, it's funny, when I first got started with the YouTube channel, my first, you know, long form piece of content was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I had a visual style that really showcased my creativity, and it was absolutely great. So yes, indeed. So let me get the Daily Mover up for you all, and then we'll head on out here. Sorry, y'all. Give me one moment here. Nature is just enough, but men and women must comprehend and accept her suggestions. Antoinette Brown Blackwell. Very well said. Very well said. Very well said. Let's talk about here's time for the day Mover for Monday, April 13th for 2026. Here we go, everybody. Think enough. Think enough, but not too much. Don't let your thoughts become a substitute for action, for experience, and for living. Let me say that 2 more times because that was a word right there. Think enough, but not too much. Don't let your thoughts become a substitute for action, for experience, for living. Think enough, rather, but not too much. Don't let your thoughts become a substitute for action, for experience, for living. Though it is powerful, infinitely useful, and intoxicating, make good use of it and be careful. Keep yourself well grounded in the aspects of reality that exist apart from your thoughts. Your thoughts are yours to apply, not to inhabit the exclusion of all else. To the exclusion of all else. When you get the feeling that you're too much in your head, get out, walk your dog, pull some weeds, play with your children. Or your fur babies, if you have fur babies, dogs and cats. Yes, indeed. Before your thoughts pile too high on top of each other, challenge them in the real world. Refine your thoughts through the filters of action and interaction rather than leaving them to run while on their own. Base your thoughts not just on themselves, but on what you do, sense, and feel. The power of thought is greatest when it's well integrated with the whole of your existence, Ralph Morrison. So let's talk about it. Man, oh man, oh man. I cannot believe how many Movers I've done. Over 1,000. Think enough. I had a recent event happen to me. Somebody that I really cared about and still do and have always cared about recently passed away. And, I always say it's better to have a friend in heaven healed than a friend on earth in pain. And so the first thing I want to say to you all is this: before your thoughts pile too high on top of each other, challenge them in the real world. Are your thoughts piling up high because of the weight of it? Or are your thoughts piling up high because of the memories? Are your thoughts piling up high because of the weight of what you're thinking about? Or are the thoughts piling up because of the memories? Are your thoughts piling up because of the emotions of what you're thinking? Or is it piling up because of the memories? And the reason why I say that to you all is because of this. A lot of times when we are going through losing somebody, it's hard to get out the words of how we feel about them, which is completely understandable. But also to just know that your memories are your kind words for that person. So if you can't get your thoughts out about that person, remember your memories are also thoughts too. That's the first thing I'll tell you. The second thing I'll tell you is the power of thought is greatest when it's well integrated with the whole of your existence. When your thoughts integrate into how you live, why you live, and the manner of which you live, right? And y'all know that quote from Stuart Scott. God rest that brother's soul. when you can have those thoughts, right, regulated purposefully, and they are in everything you do, you really will never lose the energy of that person that you have just lost. Now, that don't mean the emotions are not heavy, but don't let the emotions block your memories. Those memories can be comforting places to fall as you navigate how to move forward. And finally, the last thing I want to tell y'all is this. Thought is powerful, infinitely useful, and intoxicating. Make good use of it and be careful. If you don't know what thoughts to say, it's okay to breathe and not say anything. Let me say that again. If you don't know what to say, it's okay to breathe and not say anything. If you don't know what to say, it's okay to breathe and not say anything. I think sometimes we think that if we don't say anything, that means we don't care. Sometimes the best thing to do is to be still, breathe with the emotionality of the room, and just be supportive of where people are. And believe me, just because you're not saying anything, you just being there to hear people out, to hear people out, to create space for people to gather, but most of all, to let them know that they have the right to breathe is more than enough of a gift. And that's what can happen when you think enough. With that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you are always one of us. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but at the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Last one thing to call yourself. It's nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully, I'm spending time together around something great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life. Or you're just remembering that family reunions are not just physical, they are spiritual. And if you can always remember that spirit of who you lost, and losing people does not have to mean physically. Sometimes losing people could be, due to life be lifing rather. But if you can remember the souls and the people and the frequencies of energy that you care about, and knowing that you can always have a family reunion with them, they're never far away from you. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your Monday evening, everybody. Love you all. Bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter. Because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter. Because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter. Because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Our video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make.
Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Brandon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time.